In July of 2017, Jeff Bezos made history and separates Bill Gates as the richest man in the world with a net worth of the $150 billion. To understand his scale of wealth, let's take a look at some numbers. Earlier this year, Jeff announced that he is separating from his wife Mackenzie. But because they lived in the Seattle, his wife has the right to a large portion of his wealth. To be more precious, $35 billion that will make her third richest woman in the world. But Jeff isn't worried because he will still be one of the top of the list with over $110 billion. That's how rich Bezos is. He can afford a divorce and still be on top of the Forbes list. Behind his enormous wealth stands Amazon, and if you know anything about company, you know that it's on the way to take over the world, which means $150 billion is just the beginning. But how a guy with such a loud love, who used to sell books in his way to world dominate. We know Amazon is the place to go for the online shopping, but for Netflix, Uber, and thousands of the others, Amazon is their way to the internet. They rely on Amazon Web Services for their websites to function. What started as the side project to support Amazon.com quickly grew into a multi-billion-dollar company by itself, earning more money than Amazon ever had in effect. If you take a look at the numbers, more than 40% of the internet relies on the AVS. Only big corporations such as Google, Microsoft, and Facebook aren't on the mercy of the Amazon, since they are big enough to build their own infrastructure. But that's the only industry that Amazon has its grip on. Even for the customers, Amazon is no longer the middleman who connects the buyers with sellers. It's becoming the seller itself. Amazon now sells more than 450 of its own brands, from the watches to clothes, cables to furniture, competing with the rest of the sellers on the platform to be at the top of the list. And since it's Amazon, they definitely know how to keep their products on the main page, and it's only a matter of the time before everything that sold in the Amazon will be produced by Amazon itself. For Amazon box to reach your doorsteps, it needs to go through many hands, first from the truck to the plane to a van, and maybe then to your drop step. And Amazon has heavily been relying on the UPS, FedEx, and US Postal Office, but that's about to change. To be more prices, it's already changing. Amazon now has more than 50 planes and hundreds of the bands and semi-trucks to ship its own products in. It already handles a quarter of the shipping, and it doesn't seem to stop there. Remember, Amazon Web Services, it started to provide servers to Amazon websites, but quickly began providing services for everyone else. And it seems like the Amazon wants to do the exact same things with Amazon fulfillment and become the logistic company. Although Amazon is the small fish compared to the UPS and FedEx in the logistic industry, Amazon is on its way to change that. Once Amazon is completely self-sufficient, it can easily drive shipping costs down. It doesn't have to make a profit, since it has multiple other businesses that already generate billions of the dollars in the revenue. And once you PS and FedEx are out of the businesses, the Amazon can slightly increase the price and enjoy unbelievable profits, since it will be the only player in the market. Amazon doesn't just want to be the place where the periodically buy strange gadgets. It was you to buy groceries at Amazon. That's why it purchased a Whole Foods market. Many of us still prefer physically to go to the store, but we all know that's about to change, and Amazon doesn't want to miss the opportunity to take over the industry. The grocery business is definitely competitive, but no one is more qualified to do that with Amazon. They have the technology experience and the money. Even thought Netflix to realize on the Amazon is on its way to change it. In the 2010 Amazon launched Amazon Studio to challenge Netflix. Of course they are too small to be compared to the Nexus, but that's what the bookstore manager said when the Amazon started selling books online. They will keep pouring money and creating as many shows as possible to convince you to switch to the Amazon Studios. And like UPS and the FedEx, Netflix doesn't have the decided business that earns a pie of the cash. In fact, with the introductions of the Alexa, Amazon wants to make online shopping as easy as possible. Imagine coming back home after the long day and realizing that you forgot to do the groceries. Or you want to have to do it to ask Alexa. While you will be waiting for it, Alexa would suggest you to watch some of the latest shows on Amazon Studios. In 20 years, I guess everything you will buy will probably be made by Amazon. So that Amazon and shipped by the Amazon, and that's how Amazon wants to take over the world. And once it does, it definitely make the video on that. And if you don't want to miss it, you have to click on the bell button, otherwise YouTube is going to notify you. Thanks for watching, and until next time.